Hello everyone and welcome to Moonride. This is Dave and today we're going to channel the Man in the Moon. I don't know about you, but I've been sitting here for a week waiting for the next shoe to drop and something major to happen. It hasn't happened yet. I don't know what it's going to be. Let's find out. Alright. Question here is, what's next in Trump's administration? Okay. Really beautiful image. The Statue of Liberty, and I'm seeing the Statue of Liberty, and it's just really shining up, and it has this feeling of justice, America, freedom, what we mean, and it seems very positive actually. She's just showing me her forget what you call it, her torch. I'm just spinning all around and around looking at her. Ooh, now I'm going into her eye. It's like I'm in an office with a lot of power. People are moving papers around. It looks very serious. I'm getting a Mueller feeling. This is Mueller's office. Something's just about to happen. It feels like everything's lined up. They're just waiting to see what happens with certain events. All of these people seem to be in this room very sworn to secrecy, very serious. Just sort of what you expect Mueller's office to be like. There's a woman that's come to the door, and she's like a woman kind of in secret. Like she's got a sort of cowl over her head, which she takes off. And people are sort of looking around in the room wondering, like, okay, what do we do here? How do we treat this secret? They seem very serious. And she looks serious. She's coming into an office. It looks like it looks like Mueller's office. And she's sitting across from her. She almost looks like a character from a movie, like an adult Little Red Riding Hood almost character, And I wonder if it isn't one of Donald Trump's paramours. That's the feeling that I get. She knows something, and she's telling Mueller about it. Mueller's just wondering, is this some kind of a trick? Is this person for real? How do I evaluate the information that she's giving us? She's showing him some proof. It's like secrets, tricks, sort of like she's showing him here's a box of cigarettes, but they're not all really cigarettes. One of them is hiding diamonds in it. She opens her coat. She's got more secrets, more tricks. And again, he seems very stone-faced. He's just looking at her very critically. He's not warming up to her at all. He's just looking very serious. Aha, okay, I'm getting that this figure is really pretty symbolic. She's like all of us, sort of waiting to see what'll happen. Also, sort of like Trump, trying to pull out all these tricks, but Mueller is, serious as can be. He's not responding to these antics, right? He's not responding to somebody trying to get into the office and stuff. He's just gonna do what he has to do. I just have a very strong feeling that he has everything set up. No matter what happens, everything is set up to make sure. It's like if Trump tries to do this, then they do this. If Trump tries to do this, then they do this. It really is like a position, actually, of power where Trump will just expose his hand. And when he does, they will pounce. And I do feel like she's sort of a trick, like she's trying to get Mueller to do something, and he's not moved by it. He's sort of unperturbed. Yeah, it's like I don't really trust that woman. I don't believe in her. I don't believe what she's saying. Okay, and she doesn't look particularly like Stormy Daniels or any one of his accusers. She looks like a personification of, what the tricks are, like the false, fake, seductress kind of woman. But Mueller is not having it. It's like, okay, thanks. Now he's showing her out of the office. Thank you for coming by. He's kind of rolling his eyes, like, really? Did you try this? It's another trick. She's disappointed she didn't fool him. So, Spirit, does this have anything to do with Trump's answers on the questions that he was asked by Mueller? Hmm. Okay, so I'm getting the answers. I'm showing Mueller. He's getting the answers from Trump. And he's looking them over. And it's almost like stamp, 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 stamp. It's like evidence. When you stamp evidence on something, it's now evidence. He seems, again, totally unflappable, totally unperturbed. But you can tell he's got somewhat of what he wanted out of this. There's a feeling of, I just completed that step towards my indictment. He keeps flipping the papers. He keeps showing me the stamp. It's almost like stamp of approval. I got what I wanted out of this. He's turning towards his desk. He's writing up a report on an old typewriter. And it's just proved his point. Whatever the point was for that paperwork, it has proved his point. And now he's ready to write his report. Something else with Mueller. I don't know what this means, but I see a bracelet. There's like a bracelet on a woman's wrist, and it's being taken off. It's kind of like almost like a little girl's bracelet. Nothing serious or expensive looking about it. It has like a little heart. But I almost feel like the bracelet's getting taken off so that the handcuffs can go on. You know what I mean? Like, we're not kids anymore. Like, we're not playing anymore. This isn't fake jewelry, right? This isn't serious stuff. So, Spirit, when could we expect Mueller's next move? Wow, I can see Mueller, like, when he was fighting, like, in action. And I see him, like, behind a hill with his gun. Very, very clever, very tactical moves. Wow, and it's like Trump is the charging enemy, right? And he's just, such a ridiculous-looking enemy as he, tries to climb over a fence. He can barely make it, right? And it's literally him as an enemy. And he's wearing his underwear. I think Trump is really going to be exposed in this next battle. So the paperwork, the things that he's going to file, they might take a little while because it's important to see how Trump reacts even before those things go out. It has to be very, very tactical. Don't be surprised if there's, if the release is really actually a reaction to something that Trump does. It may be that everything is delayed depending on certain things that Trump does because it's better for his case as Trump acts. right? So we can take, for example, Whitaker and see what Whitaker's going to do, and then act. Acting beforehand is just sort of giving away your game, right? So I feel like Mueller's like every tactical soldier. He's got to, if this happens, he will do this. He's got these eventualities. So the date isn't yet clear because it depends on what Trump decides to do in the next few days. Given that if Trump decided to do something tomorrow, then Mueller would react in the way that's appropriate, right? So don't get too frustrated about this. Mueller knows exactly what he's doing. He's got all the power right now. And Trump's fat body is trying to climb a fence, trying to attack him, and it's just like, what he's got like an ice pick, and there's Mueller with his gun. It's just he's just seething. He's just totally impotent. And again, he's exposed. He's wearing his underwear. Not a pleasant sight, let me tell you. Interestingly enough, Melania again has shown up, and she's just kind of standing in the background, looking somewhat contemptuous of Trump's impotent attempts to attack. Mm. Yeah, Melania's looking very much like she's be standing behind Trump, but it's sort of a negative, like I wouldn't want my back to Melania if I were Donald right now. And she's literally taking a knife out of her pocket and she's gonna stab him right in the back. I think Spirit, is Melania gonna leave very soon? She's packing her bags, man. She's leaving. I think the next step really is Melania leaving. And Melania may, again, she might also just wait until some key moment when Trump is really distracted and leave. It might just be that, by the time this stress comes out, he's going to be completely so overwhelmed that she'll just be like, "Oh, I'm not getting anything out of this relationship." She's packing her bags. She's done. It's funny because she's just rowing away in a sort of canoe in her little safari outfit. She's done. She's like, "I'm taking Baron with me. I'm done." Um, Spirit, what else can we know about the next week of the Trump administration? Okay, Mueller is showing up with some indictments, so I think Trump is going to do something to prevaricate Mueller. Trump's going to do something first, though. It's contingent upon him. And Mueller is showing me lots of indictments. He's just showing me like a deck of cards, like spreading them out. So the indictments, which indictments he submits, depends on what Trump does next. He can submit any of them, but he's just going to be very judicious about how to do it because it's smarter that way. So Melania's leaving. It looks like Mueller will probably serve up the indictments. Spirit, do we get to any idea of who might be first? I do get Trump Jr. as one of the early ones. And he's the one that comes forth strongest. I think there's some others that are dependable on what happens, but it looks like Jr. is next on the list. I keep seeing him. His daughter also Ivanka seems quite unhappy. She seems quite miserable. And I don't get the feeling quite of indictment. I just feel that she's crying about something. this may be her husband, but I feel like almost it's more just pressure and inevitability of where this is going that are more upsetting to her. Yeah, she's very depressed. Mm. And Jared Kushner is showing up now. They're experiencing some very difficult times, just on a personal level. Like almost divorcing, unable to help each other, and um, very, very upset, very worried, very nervous. Like they're sitting there contemplating jail time. Like that's what they have to look forward to, and it's dawning on them that this is a very, very real possibility for both of them. I just somebody's gonna say something. Somebody's gonna crack. Like I get the feeling like Ivanka might just say something to the special counsel, like she's just gonna give up defending all of this. She's thinking of her children. I feel like that could be next as well. Anything else, Spirit, that we need to know? Nope. Okay, there you have it. Thanks for watching.